Alright, here we are. As you can see, there's some rails down there. I had finished or I'd done a lot of work off camera here. I also removed the section for the emeralds because there's no way I'm going to mine enough emeralds to get a shulker box full of emerald blocks, so there's no need for it to be there. I've also changed these because the design I actually used in the previous episode, it wouldn't work. And the reason I was basing it off of part of it off of a build I'd seen before, and here's why it wouldn't work. Regardless of whether or not the detector rail is slanted like those are or not, it will power a block above it, shutting off the hoppers. And I tried moving everything up one, which I did with those. Well, I tested it over here, and it still wasn't working. So I found a different design, and the video that I was watching, I wish I could remember who it was that did it, but he was saying that this particular design for a shulker loader, he didn't put these two pieces here. It was just the detector rail powering the powered rail, and with the comparator reading from it, it also powers the piston. It only works with one kind of item. He says it only works with one kind of item. Well, with this, I can come over here and I can flip this lever, and if there's anything in it at all, it'll go. With these over here, I took that off of there, so if I get a full shulker of blocks of any of these things here, or a full shulker of these raw ores, which are not getting compressed into blocks because those don't smelt, these will go to a super smelter I'm going to build later. The cart will just leave. And this web of stuff, what I should have done was at least started with, and I might actually rearrange this stuff a little bit so I can just have this stuff flat. I decided to have the first item there be this first section here, and I should have had it be like that run right there, come to right here, and so that everything could have been smooth. And I might actually do that off camera later on, but yeah. These work by having a simple unloader here. I had to do this stuff with the hoppers like this because I originally had it going straight down and then in, but the hopper below it was pulling the items too quickly, and so as a result, it'd only take two full shulkers from a chest cart. Yeah, this dang horse kept getting in the way, and it refuses to do anything else. I'm going to have to move it somewhere, or kill it or something, I don't know. I'll probably move it. I don't really know what to do with horses. I also, as you can see, I took out that thing there, that geode, because there's that one up there and that one over there. If I really want to have, or incorporate a geode into whatever I do finish here. This also is not completely finished. I'm going to do another floor above this, and what I'll do is like this here, or these droppers will be rigged up to some kind of thing. I'll probably have an observer chain going up, and I'll just press I'll do something. I'll put a chain going up, and I'll just press a button, and a dispenser will place the shulker right in front of me, and I can hit a piston to break the shulker if I need to. Yeah, that's working fine. Now, the thing is that with this system is I'm going to need a ton of chests. I think it's 576 chests for each of these droppers here. So So to do that, I'm going to have 6 more of these filled up with chests. See, these are shulker shells. These 2 here are chests. And each chest requires 2 shulkers worth of logs. So I'm going to have to build a tree farm. Now I'm going to do things a little differently than I had been doing. Instead, what I'll do is I'm going to go and just build an entire farm off camera, but I'll explain how it works in my video, and I'll have the link to the tutorial that I personally used, not necessarily whoever first designed it, but whoever's video it was. I had a tree farm here already, but I tore it down because it does not work in 1.21.4 because the TNT duper kept blowing itself up. The TNT kept hanging up somehow. I don't know if it's an issue with having the a fence gate, or if I could have just fixed the issue with a sign. But yeah, I've got something else in mind that I'll use, and then I'll come back when that's finished. And this should cut down on how much time it'll take me to do the video, like edit, and also how long the video itself will be. That way people will probably click through it a lot less. Yeah, I think most of the 10 subscribers I currently have are not watching the videos entirely because the click-through rate is telling me only like 4 minutes on average. Yeah, okay. This is converting bamboo, and I'd also use it. I'd have to fill this thing up, I think, twice. No, 4 times to fill up a shulker box of chests. It's really bad because the bamboo only gives you 2. I could be wrong on that math, but it does take more than once filling that thing. But yeah, I'll come back when I have a proper tree farm, and I'll be harvesting a lot of logs from that automatically to finish filling these up. I've got a long way to go. Oh, and I gotta do this twice. But yeah, I'll come back when that's all done. Here we are with an automatic tree farm. It's the tutorial that I followed was by someone called They6, and it says that it's their own design, but one of the comments said that the person's been accused of stealing content, so I don't know. I'll link the video just to be sure, or I'll link the video anyways, but there was one small error at, I actually found this out in the comments after I tested this thing once. I had to rebuild this section because it blew up. The video did not show this observer and this redstone dust being placed. Like, they actually showed like everything else up to these signs, and they said, okay, you're done, go test it. It was actually just text only, but yeah. One of the people commenting told me that, and I went and rebuilt that with their fix put in there, and it works. I think what it is that there's 2 different TNT dupers in this thing, and that one is also a cobblestone generator, sorta. Well, actually it is. It's just a slow one. But yeah, we got up here. When I turn the farm on, which I'll show in a little bit here, it'll send a redstone signal up here, and I don't know how it is that this thing detects it. Let me take a look. There was another design I had. I see what it is. This thing will flap open, and it'll change the bottom to look like that, and it'll update the whole thing somehow. Default imagery setting, distance. Yeah. I don't know. But it'll grab that block there, which is pulling the power from this torch here, and it's locking that repeater. That's keeping this whole thing from going. When that thing is moved, that will turn off. That will unlock. The power going through here will go through this. It'll turn that off. That will update. And all kinds of weird fiddly stuff with this will happen. That TNT will activate and drop and get pushed through the... But like with the... Because there's a piston here and there. And with all this stuff here, it'll bounce real fast, and it'll send an active TNT block through, but that one will stay there. And this one down here, splat. There's 2 lava blocks in all of that mess, and with all these observers, there's a sticky piston in underneath that observer. Okay. Yeah, so we got note blocks and stuff in here, and I got stuck. Did I get stuck? Yeah, I got stuck. And through all this weird magic, that will duplicate a TNT, and the water will push it. And it'll drop just before some cobblestone gets pushed in front, and then those lava will create more. They'll flow down and they'll create more, or something like that. There's a cobblestone below them, is what it is, and it'll push those things around. And there's a piston below. I think it's just a regular. It might be a sticky piston. I'm not sure. But it ends up pushing the cobblestone at the front. And we got water here. That had to be set kind of weird so that the water would actually stop right around that pit there. The items will just drop and... Oh, here we go. See, they just drop, go through, and right up into those chests. Now, the way this... You're supposed to come up to this thing with an empty inventory, or an inventory that's just... I'll put those in here for now. Bone meal and your saplings. But I'm getting stuff besides those 2 things. So let's take a look at 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way you're going to do this thing, it won't work with dark oak or pale oak, because you have to have 4 of each kind of sapling. But to get this thing to work with those 2 things over there, the what is it? The crimson and warped fungus. You would replace that podzol with some netherrack, and you come in here. This thing here, these are both for bone meal, and they'll drop a bunch of bone meal onto some pressure plates right there. It's going to do all kinds of weird stuff that'll keep it updating. I think the water up there is supposed to keep the explosions from destroying this stuff down here. Though I think there are probably some better designs than this one. Just because like the other ones I've seen don't use... They'll only use like one type of TNT device. But this will work for now, I guess. I could probably hook this up to a sorter so I can get the cobblestone and sticks, or any of the drops from the leaves will filter out, but all the wood will go where I want it to go. But let's demonstrate this thing real quick. There we go. And I might later use this with just birch so that I'm only getting the saplings and the logs from it. Or and sticks, I guess. I could put up a crafter to craft some ladders or whatever. You can hear those things clicking the what are they called? The oh, and it's all going off whenever the bone meal is going into my inventory, which ain't too bad. Well, yeah, I'll come back in a little bit and get that when I get that smelter built. Those are a lot simpler than this too, but I'll see you in a bit here. And I'm back. It's actually a couple days after I'd done all the tree farm stuff, and I got kind of frustrated. What I'm going to do, just because it's been taking too long and I'm getting kind of tired of fiddling around, I've replaced this one here with a auto dropper, and it's going to go up a bubble vader. I'm going to have a second floor in, but this is pretty much what it's going to feed into. The smeltable ores will go into this. I could just put buttons on these to send a cart, but you'd have a cart with a chest or a hopper. I'll probably put chest carts on here. I'll have 3 of these set up too, but the reason why is just to make it so much faster to smelt everything. But it's going to have, you know, got the one that goes on this upper track to feed the raw material into, and then this side will be for the fuel. And the output is going to be down here. Well, at least for this model, but I'm going to have it eventually. I can have them go up a floor because of the size of them. Because I couldn't fit like 3 of them in. Because I was going to go and have those 4 feed over to here and all that. And I decided, you know, I'm going to access this stuff. I'm going to have that stuff access to the top anyway. Which you'll see. You'll probably like what I'm going to do with that. I'll do something similar with this stuff, but the storage won't be nearly as big. And will probably be up a floor. Like I'll probably only have like maybe 1 column of double chests for each one of those and each of these. Yeah. But what I'll have it do is and by the way, this is from I think it's from iCraft MC. I'll put the link in the description just like with the other one. But yeah, this is pretty much how you do a super smelter. You just have a cart run on the top. You can have them in any kind of arrangement, but this is just one that does 16. Now, for the fuel source, and I tested this in my redstone testing world. So let's get my... I need those. Where are my stickies? I have sticky piston. Actually, I probably want that to stand up. And then we'll have one coming. Don't want to do it that way. This is just so I can get up. I'll have it. No, that's not my observers. Where did I put those observers? I just had them. Ah! There. Actually, no, I want it right there. Okay, now. I want one coming up the back. Oh, we'll put this right here. So we put a lever. I'm also going to have levers on the blast furnaces. You can use regular furnaces, or if you're doing food, you can put smokers. But this is going to be for metals and stuff. So let's just take a look. Now this is not, you know, you just put your coral fan there. And this is a little cheaty, and I don't know if it works on bedrock. Let's hit boxes so I can see this. Watch this. And these carpets, which it just duplicated, they can they can be used for as a fuel source in furnaces. So, with that in mind, I use silk touch to get that off. Okay, broke all those. I'll have probably 3 of these to feed the fuel thing. And as I said, I'm going to put in a second floor. Let's see about how high I'd want to do it. Probably at least to... Oh. We'll have it so that it's at least above this. So I can... So probably have an extra block, so... 50... So negative 48 will be the level for the floor itself. Probably even with that top scaffolding there, actually. I'll probably switch away from the tough because I don't like the way this block looks. There. Ah! I don't know what I'm doing. But, yeah. That's what I'll do. And I think, and also to give myself some more room before I actually do that. I'll call it here for the episode, and then between episodes, like after I get this thing edited and uploaded, I will mine this out at least one more chunk on each side, so it becomes a 7x7. Wow, this going to be a really big space here. But you know, it'll definitely give me some space to have the next level up, and I'll probably eventually move, not necessarily by the next episode or the next 3 or 4, but I will eventually move the villager trading hall into this area, and I'll probably put a villager breeder somewhere. I'll probably take this one from the iron farm that no longer works, and I'll use this zombie dungeon here to help with like supplying zombies to it and such. And I'm also probably going to do something with this. Is it over here? No. It's over this way. No. Where is it? There is a cave around here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Right here. A skeleton dungeon. Which will be for, I don't know, bone meal or something. I might also figure out how to make a creeper farm and have the mobs like potentially, like I switched with either drop where I can just kill them for gunpowder, or I switch something and it'll block the drop chute off and turn on some a couple of dispensers that'll send water and push them along, and then send them through to a system where I can put them in mine carts and stick them on top and make a charged creeper farm out of them, and then I can combine those to make a I'll figure out how to do the charged creeper cannon so that it blows up any skeletons that are dropped. It had to be one skeleton at a time, but the skeleton will be for making a skull farm. That'd be kind of fun. Not with a skull farm, with a skeleton farm. That'll give you the skulls from those, but yeah. Anyway, lots of big plans. I was kind of frustrated with how this episode went, especially that dang tree farm. And I probably could have just changed the way the little system, the one that didn't, the tree farm that didn't want to work, had a thing to drop to push the what was it, the TNT, but it kept sticking and blowing itself up. So I'd have to figure out how to. Oh, it might have been a little too high. I don't know. I might use that as a replacement for that big thing and just use that for the larger stuff that I can't use with the one that crushes the leaves. This is the smaller one, but I don't know. It'll be fine. But anyway, I'm going to call it for this episode and then get some work done a lot off camera. I don't technically have to deal with this part just yet. I can mine this stuff out because the ores will drop into here, and I can process those at the other processor if I want instead of sending them through this. But yeah, I'll call it there for this, and we'll see where the next one takes us. Catch you later. Hey, just a quick little addendum here. You'll notice from earlier there had been a block here where this dust was, and the dust was on top of the block. And I found out that that was actually causing it was causing the dropper underneath to not put chests into the crafters. But I fixed that now, so everything should work. I've modified the this bit right here so that the items will just go straight into these chest carts, because things were piling up there and probably despawning. And I put a button on this block here so that instead of having to flip that, I could just do this. And when that comes by, I'll just reload it. But yeah, that's it. This is just a little add-on to the video. And as you can see, I'm doing some work here, widening this pit. I found some more geodes. There's one right up there. As you can see, the smooth basalt in the wall there. There's one there. I think there's another one higher up. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah. I'll come back when I have another video to make.